dive into the real environment of the coding, and we will pull our real world into our coding. We will pull the real world in the sense of we will understand how to pull the things like car and other objects into our coding. How can we just pull our projects, real world projects like infrastructure projects into our coding. Let's say they are the banking systems which are running on. Okay, they they have actually their own sub processes, sub objects like files, and there will be the notary and everything that you can pull. You can pull them out into our coding with the help of object oriented JavaScript. So there you will be creating your objects, okay, like file, notary, manager, employee, everything you can pull out in your coding with the help of these object oriented JavaScripts. There you will be dealing with the object oriented concepts like inheritance, encapsulation, data binding, okay, data modeling, okay, and the POJOs like objects. POJOs we say objects, simple objects that you can deal with the help of real-time scenario to the coding perspective. Okay. In the last session of this JavaScript, we will go with small sample projects that we will work together. I will just give you some exercises to work on. Okay, and we will just work together to resolve the queries, and we'll also share the other experiences. Okay, after that, once we will be done with this JavaScript basics and object oriented of JavaScript, we will dive into the other libraries of JavaScript. Initially, we used to work with JavaScript, pure JavaScript, okay, where we used to do a lot of coding actually. We had to do the simple coding to retrieve a single object of the web pages, okay. With the help of these new libraries, the coding got very simple. And there is a very popular library of JavaScript available in the market, which is jQuery. With the help of jQuery, how can we just select any elements? How can we just modify styling of it? How can we just manipulate, like add or remove the objects? So jQuery provides us very simple way to go across these all things. It helps us to achieve these all goals in a very simple manner. Are we clear on this?
Yeah, I'm good with this, sir. Please continue.
Okay. jQuery library, it also has its own set of events, okay. Like it actually, we are having all the predefined set of events, but there will be a different way and different very easiest way to define and override the events, like click events. On the click of any icon, what should happen, whether there should be some message to appear, whether it will be a removing of the other objects or the adding of the new objects or something, or replacing of the image, or to start any counter or something, to pause any counter. It can be anything. So it provides the easiest way to achieve these things. Traversing in DOM and parsing JSON, jQuery is very helpful to traverse any DOM, and DOM is a data object management. Okay, so document object model actually. So with the help of this, you can just parse any data, to traverse any data, like there is a huge list, okay, and it is not very easy to retrieve data from the list element. With the help of JavaScript, you used to deal with actually a lot of coding there. You used to say document.get element by ID, and dot after that there will be a kind of array, and to this you will be doing the normal assignment of the data. So this is called the kind of traversing and retrieving the data and assigning the data. jQuery library just provides you a simple method to deal with it. You will be just able to retrieve this object with the help of very small syntax by placing this ID, and you can just assign the data or the retrieve the data or append the data or the remove any child or parent element accordingly. Parsing JSON means whatever the JSON you have received from any source of like web services or is there any file to parse, like a JSON file is there from where you have to parse any data, and it means to read the data from the JSON source. So jQuery helps you very easiest way to deal with JSON. In the next session, we will talk about AJAX. AJAX is actually the asynchronous request to deal with. There are actually the two types of requests. One is the synchronous request and another is the asynchronous request. You usually, while you hit a URL into the web browser, this is called actually the synchronous request, where it will go to the server and you will have to wait to receive the data from it. Okay, it wants it used to be a day, it used to be a time that you have to deal with only a simple request. AJAX help you to give you an environment and the experience which is the very seamless. It will be giving you the data as soon as it receives. Okay, you will not have to wait unless the data execution or the receiving is complete. You can just receive the data in the span of bytes. You will be just receiving it as soon as, let's say, there is 1,000 of lines of page. If you client has received about 200 lines, so you will be able to see the 200 lines. So it will be kind of asynchronous request. After that, the other session will be on this again, a sample project. So we will cover a sample project on jQuery. Then we will dive into this Node with Express. The Node is not a strange thing. We can say it is a kind of framework for this scripting language. It gives you actually the runtime environment where you can just inject this node to our project. That will be actually really handy to deal with events and to execute this callback script with the help of Node. We will understand how to install Node, how to make our environment ready to use Node into our web application. We will also walk through a few of the packages which are the core packages of Nodes, because there is and we will also will try to walk through some popular packages which are available in the market. Apart from this, there is a very huge list of Node packages, so we will have to limit out for as of now, and we'll actually appreciate also if there is any requirement or if you request to walk through some other packages of that Node. And after that, we will also create one sample application with the help of Node, and we'll code for this and how to compile it and how to execute it. So we will be just walking through everything. Actually, Node is very flexible, and it is a command-based environment that just makes you quick deploy your web applications, and you can run it from anywhere. If we think about our normal web application development and its deployment, we need to have one server to go with. But with the help of Node, it gives you a way to quickly run your web application, and it actually quickly deploy and runs, and it will be easily accessible with the help of one port, let's say. So this is my server name. It will be for my local. It will be a local host, and it 44200. It is my port number. So Node will gives you an environment where you will be able to run and deploy your web applications with the help of this 4200 node, 4200 port number. In the next session, we will talk about the routing and creating REST APIs. Actually, while we I can walk you through a simple example. Actually, it will be very easy to you. Okay. See, you can see actually here I am running a one HTML file, HTML based file. Okay. And it is just executing from the system only. There is a location path through which it is actually appending. Okay. But there are the few limitations of these kind of files. You cannot route your files to other applications. Okay, there will be limitations. So you will have to use your scripting languages, and you will be doing some href code, location reference you will be using, but this is all be a kind of dynamic, it will kind of static injection of these things. It will be, there will be the static coding. Okay, and it will be using your physical path, physical location of your system, like this. It is accessed from the C drive, where there is a complete location path, like through users, under which it is this is the directory path, everything. Okay, but while we are talking in the context of Node, it actually helps you to route your web pages. As I told you that it will be holding its your own server environment, where you will be deploying your web application. So it will actually gives you a way to manage the flow of the website as well. It, with the help of routing, you will be able to route your pages from one page to the another page, or either you can just retrieve the data with the help of Ajax into the same web page. While you retrieve these pages into the same web page, okay, we usually invoke our REST APIs. We usually create some REST APIs that will be pulling a data, or that will be requesting a data from the server, right? While we deal with this test based, or sorry, while we deal with this HTML web pages, it actually do what? It simply just pulls your predefined hard-coded data. Okay. Here, with the help of REST API, you can retrieve a data in the form of XML or the JSON, and this JSON can be passed through our jQuery or the JavaScript languages. Okay, and that you can just represent into the front end, or into the web pages. Okay. In our next session, we will understand how you can just define a template. Template is what actually? I just walk you through this. A simple template. I say header. Okay. There is a one header, and under this, I say this is my title. There is no data. Okay. There will be a banner image. Okay. This is my banner. So this is kind of, we can say, template, and with the help of these REST APIs, you will be just passing your data into this. So we will also understand how in other ways you can create your templates, or how you can create your templates to initialize a data that is received through your REST APIs. In the next session, we will pull some database basics. Okay, we will understand how to connect to database, how to communicate with the database. Okay, and we will also go with the other databases like MySQL and the MongoDB. we will understand what are the differences and what are the benefits of using these two types of databases. Okay, how you can just simplify your project, how you can just to being with a specific database, and what will be the benefits to using, because both of the database has its own merits and demerits. So we will understand in these 23 and 24 sessions. Okay, in the other session we will also create one sample project, okay, and we'll run it into the live environment. So as I told you, the web server Node has its own web server, so you can deploy your simple project and you will be able to access this into our local area network. Let's say if you have connected two systems to each other, either through the LAN cable or either through the Wi-Fi connection, so you should be able to access them, but there will be some protocols that you make them available.